center off of Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot, far down, he scored!
Come from behind for a month, now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly. Philadelphia, they won't get him! Wow! Edwards pulls up and buries the flag! Richardson tries, out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money. Daniels takes his shot for Derby.
Kid is amazing, man. That dude just the whole offense.
What is up, all? Yes, it is draft day in the NFL, but happy Thirsty Thursday here on Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Caratino at Diablo00 on the X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. Yes, I know you guys know that, love it, all that good stuff. Check out the show live every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. You can also check it out, yes, you know, as I remind you, on my good old IG, which is at michael.caratino.5. Check it out there. Also, YouTube, watch live on YouTube, guys, but you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel, which you definitely should do because, again, you have missed, I mean, I've shown that highlight more than once, but nonetheless, you've missed a ton of con reviews, again, coaches, players, voices, insiders, analysts, alum, all have been here on Pitchfork Lunch, and they keep coming in. So again, Don't be bashful. Subscribe on YouTube. As you can do that. Again, watch live, but then, yes, like I said, subscribe. And you see my name is Michael Carrotino, but the page is at M is in Michael, V is in Victory, C is in Cat, Champ 005, at MVC 005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Because again, like I said, you've missed a ton, and you need to get caught up. And if you binge watch season 1 and keep watching season 2 and catch up on parts of season 2 that you've missed, by the time season 3 starts, you will be all in the know. Everything will start to connect. Train tracks are coming together. Speaking of that, that was the locomotive Cam Scattaboo. And like I said, happy draft day. So, yes. Also, for those watching, you can let your friends know that they can now listen to Pitchfork Lunch on the greatest internet radio station on the web, the Casual Sports Radio Network. Guys, all you got to do is go to www.ksrnaz.com. The page will open up. Click listen live, hit play, bam, there's Pitchfork Lunch Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. Also, again, I know I want you to watch, as you guys know, and I'll remind you every day, but you're driving around. Yes, pay attention to the road. Stream it through your Bluetooth. Again, www.ksrnaz.com. Stream it through your Bluetooth. Pay attention to the road. Get to where you're going. You're meeting your friends for lunch and maybe some, sodas on this wonderful thirsty Thursday here. Yeah, guess what? So you can listen, and then you get to where you're going. You can obviously keep listening, or again, watch on those avenues. But again, being part of the Casual Sports Radio Network is awesome. Casual E, again, like I tell you guys every day, inviting us in, getting Sun Devil content out there on the World Wide Web, all over the world, as Sun Devil content should be. Right, my Pitchfork Lunchers? So, but when you're there, when you're at the KSRN website, guys, subscribe and follow their socials as well. Because draft day today with the Cardinals, man, Casual E will be pretty busy. Him and the Bird Gang be pretty busy with the draft as it gets going tonight. First round, obviously, tonight, second and third tomorrow, and then 4 through 7 on Saturday. So yes, it is awesome big day. As yes, I'm not saying he'll go in the first round, but guys, and it is a deep running back draft, but Cam Scattaboo could go. But Casual E's got you covered again with the Cardinals, Suns, Diamondbacks, Mercury, and now yes, even our phenomenal Sun Devils. They're on the Casual Sports Radio Network. But man, subscribe to their socials. You guys are driving around listening on KSRN. Forks up to you. Absolute shout out there. But yeah, he's got you covered. So again, one last time, all you got to do is go to www.ksrnaz.com. Page will open up. Click listen live. Hit play Monday through Friday. There's Pitchfork Lunch, and yeah, everybody's a happy camper, and you can get caught up on, like I said, Cardinals, Suns, D-backs, Mercury. All caught up. One-stop shopping, my friends. One-stop shopping. So that is awesome. But baseball, yes, baseball gets underway today because the Devils, like I told you, are playing BYU. And BYU does not play on Sundays, as we all know. Yes, they do not play on Sundays. So they will be here tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. That's going on. Yes, tonight. Their game is at 6:30, I'm going to say. For the 25-16 Sun Devils, yes, they are BYU 6:30 p.m. tonight, and that'll be on AM 1060. I don't see any ESPN Plus for any of these, but it doesn't mean that it's not. Just saying. But it's definitely on AM 1060. You can listen there, 6:30. And then tomorrow night, 6:30 as well, Saturday, 6:30. So it makes it really easy. All 3 nights, all 3 games, 6:30 p.m. And I mean, like I told you guys, the um, but yeah, looking at the standings, I mean, the Devils, they are fifth right now in the Big 12, 11-7 conference record. But again, just one game back from Kansas, TCU, and that school down south. Now, when you think about it, okay, so Kansas, right? Well, let's see. Kansas, they took 2 out of 3 from. TCU, they took 2 out of 3 from, and that's the series where they put up 26 runs in one game. It was 26-9, and then 12-11 in the final game. They did lose the opener 3-2, but still took 2 or 3 from TCU, took 2 of 3 from KU, and those are back-to-back series. Yeah, they took on KU, took 2 out of 3, or they took on TCU, took 2 out of 3, and then had the midweek against SC, and then took on number 22 Kansas and took 2 out of 3. Like I said, so and that's again 2 teams right there in front of them in the standings. And then yes, they did drop 2 of 3 to that team down south, who's also 12-6. Like I said, so but big weekend. I mean, because like BYU 6-12, and they're not just going to roll over though. And Coach Bloomquist, you guys, how many times have we seen on the show again post game pressers? Even when we had him on, he preparation wise, anything, he's not overlooking anybody. So this team will not. They're in a good spot, but yes, they can keep rising and in the standings, which is huge. Because look, I mean, BYU is 6-12, so. You want to overstate the obvious, as I always tell you guys, and you want a series win. So if they do take 2 out of 3, they would be 13-8 overall. Again, you'll take it, another series win, but you sweep all 3, you're now 14-7 overall, and again, putting the huge pressure on Kansas, TCU, and the team down south, right? I mean, you look at it, they're 18-8 at home. Like I said, now they're one game under 500 on the road after going cross town and having just so close against Grand Canyon. But they're 7-8 on the road, but still 18-8 at home, taking care of home field. I mean, K-State, I mean, they are 14-1 at home this year. I mean, you look at West Virginia; they're 15-3. Kansas is 17-3. That team down south is 20-3, and then TCU 17-5 at home. Baylor's 19-7 at home, and 6-5 away. So, like I said, I mean, they got Baylor coming up too, but they're at 8-10. They're hanging right there, but yeah, I mean, and you look at BYU; they're actually here's why you're not overlooking them. They're 7-8 at home this season, right? In Provo. What are they on the road? 13-10. I mean, you're like, okay, you're not writing home about a 13-10 record, but on the road, teams need to take you seriously. So yeah, I'm guessing Ben Jacobs will be going tonight for the Devils, but yeah, I mean, but look, 13-10, like I said, on the road, and they did win their last game. So, and they're 20-18 overall record, they're 2 games over 500. So, but the Devils, again, it's a team that in this conference, they have this season, BYU is not doing too good. So, yes, game 1 tonight. You focus on game 1, you get game 1 at Muni, big start, weather's great. All that. And that is where again the Devils, like I said, want to get off to that good start and take care of get business against BYU. And after that, look, after a tough weekend with Cincinnati, again they lost 2 or 3 to Cincy. Talked about that, and then turned around in one game in 10 innings, the last game in 9 to 8 in 10 innings. Then they lost to Purdue on that Monday. But you come back, you beat Texas Tech 10-4, then you turn around and in the second game, which got suspended because of the rain, you beat them 9-8, and then you play, well, not a full doubleheader, but obviously you wrap up last Saturday, and they end up losing 12-8. But again, win another series, take 2 out of 3. Fall to Grand Canyon, like I said, 7-6. But for BYU, I mean, for them, for the Devils taking on BYU, they're looking okay. We're 6-12. We have just as many series left as they do, right? So okay, 4 series, right? 4 series that they have left. So if say by some madness BYU sweeps them all, right? So that's 12 games, 4 conference series left. So they would be 18-12. I mean, again, but you don't let a team like that off the ground. And I will say this to you, Pitchfork Lunchers, Willie Bloomquist. Yeah, I'm not letting anybody off the ground. Not happening. So yeah, and we're gonna get into I mean, Matt King, the way he's been hitting, the way again, just overall offensively, it is becoming more past the torch, past the bat to the next hitter. But Matt King, this magical, phenomenal, just zeroed in, locked in run that he's on, insane. So we'll get to that, get to some numbers as, like I said, take on BYU tonight. Softball gets underway tomorrow because they are not playing BYU, which they already did on a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. As you guys all know, that was actually the first Big 12 series where they took 2 out of 3. Took 2 out of 3 in their first 2 Big 12 series, and then dropped 2 or 3 to Arizona, dropped 2 or 3 to Iowa State, and then took 2 or 3 from Kansas, and then swept Utah, and then just took 2 or 3 from Baylor. So again, momentum in conference. But yeah, they got number 11/12 Texas Tech. And when we look at the Big 12 women's softball standings real quick, my Pitchfork Launchers, yes, Texas Tech is up top. They are 16-2 in conference. And they have wrapped up the regular season title because this is the last weekend series. And even if they dropped all 3 to the Devils, they would be 16-5. And they would have 2 less losses because Arizona would be – oh, well, either way, I mean, it's pretty much locked up for Texas Tech. Anyway, we're focused on the team that is in 3rd place in the Big 12 standings. That is the Sun Devils. That is Coach Bartlett's Sun Devils. Forks up to that. 13-8, like I said, in conference. That team down south is 14-7. Like I said, Texas Tech is 16-2, but BYU and Iowa State, again, you took 2 out of 3 from BYU, dropped 2 out of 3 to Iowa State, but they're both 11-7. Oklahoma State is 8-8. Baylor is 8-10. UCF is 7-11. Kansas is 5-13. Utah's 4-14, and Houston is 3-13 in conference play. So you look at again. Overall, but yeah, I mean, overall, Arizona State, like I said, 33-16, as you guys know, 23-12 at home, huge, 10-4 on the road. What did I say yesterday? Those are the types of numbers that make you a headache in the postseason because you go on the road and you're in games. And yes, I will say to you guys, when you do when you have a pitcher like Kenzie Brown, when you have a pitcher like Kenzie Brown that is just again, talking about baseball smack king at the plate, Kenzie Brown in the circle is insane, guys. Insane. Over 225 strikeouts on the season. Yeah. I know. Let it sink in because it's building and building and building. And she's in the zone. And Mika Lupi, this part of has built into again that very solid number 2 starter. But Kenzie Brown, man, I mean, it's just. Whew. But yeah, they finish out with Texas Tech. And then let me see something. Because I think Texas Tech, hold on. Yeah, they are 37-10 right now, my friends. They are 16-2, like I said, in conference, 15-1 at home. But again, 11-7 on the road, and then 11-2 at neutral sites. But wait, who did they lose to at home? Who did they lose to at home? I thought they were undefeated at home, so now they lost to. They did lose to North Texas, but that was at North Texas in Denton, Texas. Oh, they lost to Oklahoma State 10-1 in 5 innings. That was their only loss at home. Yeah. Yeah, so for Texas Tech, I mean, they swept KU at home. Wait, was that it? No, that was in Kansas on the road. They swept Utah at home. And then they swept Houston back-to-back at home. They took 2 or 3 from Arizona down in Tucson. They lost the first game 2-1, but then won 10-1 and 5-2. Yeah, so ASU, this is their last series. They have this is even cooler for Coach Bartlett. I forgot to tell you guys this because ASU has their series with Texas Tech this weekend, right? Which is again in Lubbock. But after that, they don't play because next week it'd be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That teams that have games left to play are playing. And then Wednesday the 7th, the first round of the softball championship. So you get some time off, which is awesome. And actually, I mean, to refresh right before you go into that, people will say, "Oh, I mean, you got momentum, blah blah." Believe me, it is good. It is very, very good to get that rest, as a lot of you know. Some don't, but anyway, that's what we have there. So, Yes, big against softball. Don't forget lacrosse, 7 a.m. Saturday morning. I will remind you again tomorrow, 7 a.m. local time. They are taking on the Florida Gators, a Big 12 foe. It'll be on ESPN Plus. So again, just wake up early Saturday morning. You can just, chill in bed, whatever, and put on ESPN Plus. Watch the phenomenal women's lacrosse team go to battle against the Gators and in this Big 12 matchup. And yes, for lacrosse purposes, Florida is a member of the Big 12. Also, let's see, what do we have going on? All right, Sun Devil women's golf, who finished second, like I said, in the Big 12s after a playoff to that team down south. But yeah, they got a little bit of time off too. They don't do anything until Monday, November 5th, where regionals again are in Gold Canyon. So a little bit of a jaunt for most, but Monday, May 5th, Tuesday, May 6th, Wednesday, May 7th, regionals, all in Gold Canyon. So that is very awesome. That's what they have coming up in the NCAA championships. Like I said, May 16th through the 21st. And then we'll get to men's golf at the end. Get some other news and notes, but we'll get to that. I wanted to get to the women's golf there and remind you, obviously, don't forget lacrosse early Saturday morning. So bright and early, you get to wake up with it, which is absolutely awesome. Track and field has been doing very well, by the way. In the Mount Sac relays, April 17th through 19th. So just last week or last Thursday through Saturday, right? Last weekend. The Sun Devil track team had 2 titles, and Jaden Davis ran the 6th fastest 400 meter in ASU history. 400 meters in ASU history. Absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, that but anyway, so that in and of itself, absolutely awesome. They are in Austin, Texas. They're already there, I'm telling you, because they are at the Texas Invite, which starts tomorrow. It's tomorrow and Saturday, all day in Austin. I guess you could probably figure that out when I said the Texas Invite, right? But nonetheless, in Austin, Texas, they have that. And then May 3rd, they have the Desert Heat Classic, which is down in Tucson. So that is coming up. And then May 15th through 17th, they have the Big 12 Outdoor Championships, which are going to be held on the campus of the Jayhawks in Lawrence, Kansas. That is May 15th, Thursday through Saturday 17th. And the NCAA West Regionals are May 28th through the 31st, Wednesday through Saturday. And that's at College Station. So A&M, the host for that. And then the NCAA Outdoor Championships, of course, are up in Eugene, Oregon. Yes, home of the Ducks. But that's the outdoor championships are June 11th through June 14th, all day, and the NCAA championships and then you have the US ATF championships, which are July 31st through August 3rd, and that's also up in Eugene. So yeah, USA track and field. I say USA track and field championships. Sorry. In Eugene as well. But that's July 31st through August 3rd, again in Eugene. But next up for the Devils, like I said, they are in Austin this weekend. And I will bring results from that. Again, I need to bring more track and field. I know we're getting there. We're building. But anyway, going to take a quick break. When we get back, I'm going to dive into baseball and softball outside of, just Matt King, which baseball, again, has been he's been, again, just tearing it up. But the offense, again, just getting better. Kyle Walker, was batting ninth. And look, ninth is like that second leadoff hitter. You need somebody to turn over the lineup. But ever since he's been in that top spot, man, just crushing. I know he had a home run. Was it against Grand Canyon the other day on Tuesday? So, and they had yesterday off, and they are back at it today. So with BYU, which again, you lose, but you get right back out there. Again, you got to fix some stuff, but get right back out there and go from there. So we'll step aside, and when we get back again, dive into baseball and softball as well. Plus some other news and notes. I got you covered. And FanFest for football, guys. You got to get out there. But we'll have more Pitchfork Lunch coming right up.
KSRN has an inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use.
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean Conn.
Bird gang, I know it's another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending the message out to the world.
Always relaying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org. This is the sound of a racing heart. It's beating a little faster because it belongs to a young child. But this child isn't in the middle of a close soccer game or playing with her puppy in the yard. Her heart is racing because she's just been told she has to move foster homes again. Change a child's story. There's a child waiting for a volunteer like you. Learn how you can help at casaforchildren.org.
Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority. Got a big painting project you've been putting off because you don't think you can afford it? Well, it's time to call the team at Customer First Solutions. Customer First is your one-stop shop for all home repairs, from full interior and exterior painting to handyman services, drywall repair, electrical, and plumbing. Customer First has the most competitive prices in the Valley. Your flat rate quote is based on the square footage of your home, and that includes wall repair. All Customer First technicians are licensed, bonded, and fully background checked for your assurance. Call or text Customer First Solutions at 480-877-0255 for your free quote. Customer First Solutions, where our customers and their homes are our first priority.
KSRN has the inside track on all things sports, with topics and opinions from former players and local personalities. Catch 15-year NFL veteran Ed Smith and Jay Adams on Easy Sports Talk every Saturday.
Unfortunately, with this back and these knees, I don't quite have that ability, or at least I use. Are you good?
For all things Arizona Cardinals, tune in Monday nights with Casual E and Sean McConnell.
Bird Gang, I know it was another tough loss, but keep encouraged. We miss you, BA.
And now you can exclusively listen to former Arizona Cardinal Jeremy Bridges on his show, JB and Benny Blue Review.
Exactly.
Don't be dumb.
Sending a message out to the world.
Always laying that message. Don't be dumb.
Yes, your guy, Benny Blue, comedian extraordinaire.
Exclusively on KSRN, Casual Sports Radio Network.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Five earned runs, pair of doubles in just one inning of work, but he finished the season very strong.
Yeah, he recovered after that. He probably wants a little revenge on this team this year.
That is true. High in the air, right center field. Brandon Compton, welcome to 2025. And the Devils, just as they did last night, slam a home run to take the lead in the home half of the first.
Boo on with the free pass. Start to get in front of it. We haven't even gotten to
Yes, a little bit of that. Saw Cam Scattaboo coming back in. I am Michael Carcinello back here on Pitchfork Lunch again at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as Twitter. See the show live there on my IG at michael.caritoon.5, my YouTube at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, Season Champ 005. On YouTube, see Pitchfork Lunch live there every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 1. But you saw, a little bit of Cam Scattaboo draft day again. Look, call me a homer. You guys know that. Fair, but how this young man grew, what he did last season or 2 seasons ago, with all the injuries, staying out there, working through it. And then this season, the only player in the FBS to have over what was it, 1,500 yards rushing and 500 yards receiving. It's a 1711 rushing and like 600 yards receiving. Like, he doesn't go down on first contact. Like, it's insane. So, do I think he's a first round pick? Absolutely. Cam Scatterboot, again, the little bit I've got to talk to him, he knows I think he's a first round pick. So, forks up to Scat. And then Brandon Compton, Hulk smash right there. That was back when they smacked around Ohio State. Love smacking around Ohio State. Absolutely beautiful, right? You guys know this, but baseball's got BYU. BYU tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday, all at 6:30 p.m. So that is absolutely awesome. But yeah, let's look diving into baseball real quick before we get out of here. But look, the like I said, the 25-16 Devils are taking on the 20-18 Cougars, and yeah, like I said, BYU is 6-12 in conference play. ASU's 11-7. Yes, you need to focus, lock in, and don't press, play ball, but put the foot on the gas and keep the foot on the throat when you get that lead and build it up. So if you get a lead, I should say, well, you know what? I will say when you get a lead, build it up. You got to keep the foot on the gas and the other foot on the throat. So, but yeah, look at these stats, guys. I mean, it's just, I know I talk. Look, Matt King, this young man, been crushing it, right? 401 batting average for the season and 1.062 OPS. So yes, he's over 1,000. Kyle Walker's right there at 990 right now, so he's getting up to 1,000. Landon Harrison's at 927. Kean Vu, starting to get the more at bats, but he's at 995. Jacob Tobias at 886, Isaiah Jackson at 892, New Contrast at 855, Brandon Compton at 850 on the OPS. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just, but what Matt King's doing, I mean, he's, played in all 37 games. He started 36 of them. He has 57 hits and 142 at bats. Again, pretty good, 401 average. Like I said, he is driven in 35, scored 34, 14 doubles, 1 triple, 4 dingers, total 85 total bases, which does lead the team. He also leads the team batting average, total bases. I want to say, he is now second in doubles. He was leading, but he's second as Jacob Tobias now took over with 16 doubles for Tobias, which again, he's at 306. Awesome to see. He's played in all 41 games. Well, started all 41 games. He's played in all 41. As you know, Tobias has started all 41. So yeah, same thing with Isaiah Jackson, New Contratus, and Brandon Compton. Kean Vu again injured. He's played in 31 games, started 30. Same thing with Landon Harrison. He's played in 35, started in 30. So yeah, but I mean, you look at this team. 103 doubles to their opponent's 90, which you'll take it. Triples, they have 6, their opponents have 10, but edging their opponents in home runs, 49 for the Devils, 47 for their opponents, and still leading the team in home runs, Josiah Cromwick, who's, again, he's hitting 258. He's got a 1.037 OPS too, so both him and Matt King over that. But, man, I mean, it gets contagious. I mean, like I said, Matt King's batting 401. Then you have Kyle Walker at 358, Landon Harrison at 345. Kean Vu, like I said, he finally has a number of minimum requirements of 2 plate appearances a game, 75% of the games played. So he's back in the but he's at 333. Tobias is at 306. Isaiah Jackson was at 288. Now he's it was lower than that, but he's up to 297 now. New Contratus is at 287. Brandon Compton at 274. But man, I mean, you look at Kyle Walker, stolen base wise, he's 14 for 19, and New Contreras is 13 for 14. Isaiah Jackson is 11 for 16. Kai Mangari, the speedster freshman, he's 2 out of 3 in the stolen base department. So I mean, they're 80 out of 100, 80% stolen base rate. You'll take that. Of course, yes, everybody wants to be 100%. I know I overstate the obvious, but 80, and their opponents are 56 out of 67 against them. So, but yeah, 80% for this baseball team. And I mean, that's just the hitting. I mean, pitching wise, like I said, it has been Ben Jacobs. Well, it's crazy. He's appeared in 10 games. He started all 10. He's a 2-1 with a 4.78 ERA, 1.33 whip, which is good. But he's got in 55 and 2/3 innings pitched, he's given 46 hits, 29 runs, 28 of those were earned. 70 Ks, though, to just 24 walks. You'll take that. 12 doubles, 1 triple. Has given up 7 home runs, as has Jack Martinez, who's 4-2 overall with a 4.82 ERA in 56 innings pitched. He's given up 46 hits, 33 runs, 30 of those earned. 82 Ks, though, guys, to just 19 walks, 15 doubles, 1 triple, 7 home runs as well. But opponent's batting average for Jacobs, 238. For Martinez, even lower at 220. Cole Carlone's opponent's batting average is at 116, guys. And he has pitched, he's made 19 appearances, hasn't started any, but he is actually 2-0 with a 2.09 ERA. In 38 and 2/3 innings pitched for Carlone, he's given 15 hits, 9 runs. They were all earned, 61 Ks to 13 walks, almost a 5-to-1 ratio, guys. He is right there. Almost a 5-to-1 ratio, strikeouts to walks. Phenomenal. He's given up 5 doubles, no triples, no dingers. And his opponent's batting average, like I said, 116. His stuff is just electric. But yeah, I mean, then you have guys like, Derek Schaefer, and Josh Butler, who's looked good. And then Jonah Giblin too, Wyatt Halverson, Will Koger. I mean, like, look, this team is set up. You got to take care of business in the regular season. This team, I'm just going to tell you, is set up for the postseason. So that being said, 6:30 tonight, they will be at Muni taking on BYU. So, but hey, that's going to do it for today. We're going to get out of here. Everybody enjoy the draft tonight. I do think Cam Scadaboo should go in the first round. Again, what teams need, it's a deep, deep running back draft. Ashton Genty, and again, what that young man did last year and even the last 2 seasons, no issue with him going in the first round. I just think that if another back goes, it should be Cam Scadaboo. But you can say homer me. Look, the proof is in the pudding. So we'll get some bonus on the way out, my friends. But yes, enjoy the draft tonight. Talk a little bit about it tomorrow. We'll recap the baseball game tomorrow. Some highlights, hopefully some sound as well. And a victory. We want the Sun Devil victory. So, and then we'll talk more softball tomorrow. Remind you guys, obviously, track and field getting going tomorrow, men's and women's golf, all that good stuff. So yes, have a phenomenal rest of your thirsty Thursday. Hopefully, quench a good amount of your Sun Devil thirst. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And again, reigning Big 12 champs, women's volleyball Big 12 champs, our Sun Devils, are always reminding me, hashtag our state. As always, go Devils. And you guys know it. You guys know this. As always, too, forks up.
Let's go get it. You know that. Yeah.
7-yard line. That's a great call, too. Playing fake, and Farmer will put it up, throws over the middle. Touchdown! Great play.
That's a way. Trying to center off with Eckerly, and he just missed the net. O'Reilly with the shot. Far down, he scored!
Come from behind for a month. Now with the lead, they're getting a little wobbly.